Have you ever wondered about Luke Skywalker's initial commentary about the planet Dagobah? His choice of words is pretty interesting.
What are we doing here? It's like something out of a dream.
He continues later by saying,
This place gives me the creeps. Still, there's something familiar about this place.
So why is Dagobah dreamlike or familiar to Luke? Well, there are two possibilities that I find intriguing. If we stay confined to the original trilogy as our source, one possibility is that Luke has been to Dagobah before, perhaps as a baby or a very young child. Maybe the events surrounding hiding him from Vader and the Emperor led to Dagobah. Maybe there was some encounter involving Obi-Wan and Yoda. The heightened emotions of these events and Luke's young age could lead to a dreamlike yet familiar impression of the planet that has rooted itself in his subconscious. It's always been intriguing to me that Luke might have visited Dagobah before. But I think there's a better answer to Luke's impressions of the planet. If we choose to go a little deeper to the symbolic nature of Dagobah, we can infer that the boggy planet, with its messy swamps, deep and dark chambers, and really only one safe refuge, actually represents Luke's mind. It's muddy, clouded with layers of thought, competing emotions and perceptions, and enigmatic yet deeply important insights. Luke is on a journey deep into the dark and often foreboding recesses of the human mind. He's seeking, however unknowingly, to confront his own darkness and illusory perception of the exterior world. And just like all of our minds, the only truly safe place is in this seemingly small sphere of truth and peace that we all possess, yet rarely access or spend much time in. But when we do, it shelters us from the rain and serves as a place of revelation and realization. Luke therefore perceives Dagobah as a dreamlike place, a place he perhaps should not have ventured to at all, a place that's creepy yet familiar, but ultimately a place where he will discover and confirm things about himself that he must then take out into the waking world and confront. The questions then arise. Will he follow the advice of his masters to complete his journey? Will he fall victim to the darker path that he's been warned of so many times? Or will he ultimately choose something even more profound than either of his wise and seasoned masters can apparently conceive of? So I'm always interested in how our examination of the concepts in Star Wars can potentially apply to real life. Well, as human beings, we primarily operate at the outermost surface of our thoughts. Unless we engage in some form of intentional practice, it's hard to know what's going on in the deeper layers and chambers of our own minds. So I do think it's ultimately beneficial to pursue some form of inner journey. Whether we engage in personal introspection, therapy, or some form of meditative practice, it's important to discover the layers of thought beneath the surface of our minds. By becoming more aware of where our emotions come from, we become able to more calmly and peacefully deal with the many difficult situations that life presents us. Essentially, we learn to respond, instead of react, to whatever circumstances or behaviors we encounter from others or within ourselves. So what are your thoughts on the idea that Dagobah perhaps represents Luke's mind? I'd love to hear what you have to say on this topic. I think there's a lot for us to examine here. I hope this video has been enjoyable, and thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you.